Being broke is actually incredibly easy. All you have to do is get paid once a month, spend money like you're getting paid every morning, and then act completely shocked when your bank account starts looking like a crime scene. You wake up on payday feeling like a billionaire. You check your account, you see the money, you start doing calculations that would make a financial analyst cry. Okay, I can buy this. I can also buy this. And technically, I deserve this. 3 days later, you open your banking app again, barely anything left. And suddenly you're doing investigative journalism. Where did the money go? You check your transactions food, transport, shopping, subscriptions, bills. One completely unnecessary purchase that you somehow convinced yourself was an investment. And then there's that one payment you don't remember making. At this point, your money has basically become a missing person. But here's the weird part: you might actually work incredibly hard. So why are you still broke? Well, working hard and getting financially ahead are two completely different games. Imagine two people. Let's call them hardworking Harry and slightly less hardworking Steve. Harry wakes up at 5:30 every morning. He works some more. Then just to make sure his body understands that he hates it, he works again. Steve wakes up at 7. He works too. But Steve spends some of his free time learning skills that allow him to do more valuable work. 5 years later, Harry is exhausted. Steve is earning more. Harry looks at Steve and thinks, this guy is lucky. And Steve is thinking, I spent 5 years learning something people actually pay for. This is where people get confused. Being busy feels productive, but your bank account doesn't care how tired you are. It cares about value. You can spend 10 hours doing something that nobody particularly needs, or spend 2 hours solving a problem that someone desperately wants solved. The second person might earn more, not because they're working harder, because their work is more valuable. And unfortunately, the economy does not give medals for being exhausted. Whenever people don't have enough money, someone eventually appears with the most sophisticated financial advice known to mankind. Just work harder. Oh, amazing. Thank you, financial genius. Why didn't anyone think of that? The problem is, you only have 24 hours. You need to sleep. You need to eat. You probably need to occasionally speak to another human being. So eventually, you hit a limit. If your income depends entirely on the number of hours you work, there's a ceiling above your head, and that ceiling is called time. You can't sell more hours than you physically have. This is why one of the smartest things you can do is increase the value of the hours you're already working. Learn something useful. Get better at something. Become the person who can solve a problem other people can't solve. Because nobody is going to pay you more, simply because you look tired. Now let's assume you actually increase your income. Congratulations, you have escaped the first trap. Unfortunately, there's another one waiting: lifestyle inflation. This is what happens when your income increases, and your spending immediately follows it like a loyal dog. You used to earn just enough to get by. You survived. Then you start earning more. Suddenly, your old phone looks disrespectful, so you buy a new one. Then your clothes aren't good enough. New clothes. Your apartment isn't good enough. Better apartment. You weren't eating out before. Now you're suddenly reviewing restaurants like you're a food critic. And somehow, you are still broke, just more comfortably. This is why some people can earn twice as much as they used to, and still complain that they have no money because they didn't increase their financial breathing room. They increased their lifestyle. And this is where things get slightly embarrassing. Sometimes we're not spending money because we need something. We're spending money because we want people to think something about us. You buy the phone. Someone sees it. You feel good. You buy the clothes. Someone compliments you. You feel good. You post the restaurant. People see it. You feel good. And then the happiness lasts approximately 11 minutes. Meanwhile, try this. For the next 30 days, write down every single thing you spend money on. Don't estimate. Don't say, I probably spent about a normal amount. Write it down, because your brain is an extremely talented accountant. When the accountant's job is to make your spending look smaller. At the end of the month, look at the list. You might discover that your money isn't disappearing, you're sending it away. And then there's your phone. This thing is incredible. You can use it to learn a skill, find clients, apply for jobs, build an audience, create videos, sell things, study, network, research. Or you can spend 4 hours watching strangers argue about whether somebody's outfit is ugly. Then another hour watching videos about how to become successful. Then, exhausted from watching people become successful, you go to sleep. And tomorrow you do it again. Your phone isn't the problem. What you're doing with it is. Imagine taking just 1 hour every day and putting that hour into something that could make you more valuable. 1 hour doesn't sound like much, but 1 hour every day becomes hundreds of hours, and hundreds of hours spent developing one useful skill can completely change what you're capable of doing. So here's a question. Is your phone helping you build your future or helping you escape from it? And here's another trap. You decide you're finally going to improve your life. Excellent. So you search how to make money online, then best skills to learn, then how to start a business, then how to become successful. 3 hours later, you have watched 47 videos. You have taken approximately zero actions, but you feel strangely productive. Congratulations. You have discovered productive procrastination. Learning is useful, but there comes a point where you need to stop researching and start doing. You don't need to know everything before you begin. You need to know enough to take the next step. Then take it, learn, try, fail, adjust, repeat. That's how skills are actually built. Here's the bigger problem. If every unit of your income requires another hour of your life, you will always be trading time for money. And that's fine at the beginning. Most people start there. But eventually, you need something that can grow. A business, a YouTube channel, a digital product, an audience, an investment, a professional skill that lets you charge more, a portfolio that attracts better opportunities. Something. Because you don't want your entire financial future to depend on whether you can squeeze another 2 hours into Tuesday. The goal isn't, how can I work until I'm exhausted? The goal is, how can I build something that becomes more valuable over time? Okay, enough jokes. Well, almost enough. If you're currently broke and you'd like to stop, here's the part where I'm legally required to give you actual advice. 3 things. Number 1, increase your earning ability, not by obsessing over every tiny purchase. That one coffee wasn't single-handedly responsible for your financial problems. Learn a skill the market will actually pay for. Get better at the thing you already do until people can't ignore it. Find better opportunities. Create something people actually want, because earning more gives you more room to breathe. Number 2, control lifestyle inflation before it controls you. When your income goes up, your first instinct will be to reward yourself immediately, like a dog that just learned a new trick. Resist it, just this once. Let some of that extra income sit there, doing nothing, being boring, quietly turning into breathing room, instead of a new phone case. Number 3, build something that doesn't need you standing next to it 24/7. Start the channel, learn the skill, build the audience, launch the tiny business nobody's asked for yet. It doesn't have to be impressive. It doesn't have to be profitable by Thursday. It just has to exist somewhere other than in your Notes app, filed under ideas I'll definitely do. Because thinking about starting a business has never once made anybody money, I checked extensively, multiple times, out of pure journalistic curiosity. And being broke doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean you're lazy. And it definitely doesn't mean you're doomed. But if your strategy is work harder, spend everything, repeat, then you might want to consider a new strategy. You don't need to become a millionaire next Tuesday. You don't need a Lamborghini. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. and drink a green smoothie while listening to motivational speeches. You need something much less exciting, a plan. Earn more, spend intentionally, build valuable skills. Stop trying to impress people. Use your time better, and build something that can grow. Because the goal isn't to look rich. The goal isn't even to work harder. The goal is to eventually have enough control over your money that your money stops controlling you. So, next time you get paid, don't celebrate by immediately making your bank account disappear. Your future self is watching, and honestly, he's already tired of being broke.